In this episode, I'm discussing 10 amazing board games, so stay with me and see my top 10 games, Portal games, released in the past year. Hello, this is Ignacy Portal Games, this is Portal Games Vlog, this is episode number 13. Quite unlucky, but it's amazing, so don't worry. And today I'm discussing 10 board games, 10 best board games, Portal games released past year. And you may think, hey, 10, like Portal games released Dune and Vienna Connection and Dreadful Circus, how's it doing at 10? I'm talking about the games that we release here in Poland. So Portal Games, you guys know us as an international company that releases our own design worldwide, like Dune House Secrets, like Vienna Connection, like Dreadful Circus, like many other games. But here in Poland, Portal Games Poland is the second biggest publisher in the country, and we are releasing Polish edition of major hits, like Polish edition of Blood Rage, Polish edition of Root, Polish edition of many other great games, and here we are, as I said, quite an important player in the area. So I wanted to give a shout out to our partners. I want to give a shout out to amazing games from my fellow designers that we had the honor to publish here in Poland. And I asked yesterday on our Facebook group our fans to vote for the best games we released here in Poland. Our fans did the voting, so this is not my list of my top 10, this is our fans, what Portal Games fans in Poland thought are the best games released by us. Are you ready? I guess so. So let's go to this camera. Is it working? So far so good. And number 10 is a Mystic Veil. Mystic Veil, originally released by Aldrag Entertainment, AIG. I remember myself exactly the same time, winter, January or February, few years ago. We are in Nuremberg, and my licensing manager, Greg Polewka, was just after the meeting with AIG, and they were showing him the prototype of the game, and he was very excited telling me about the game. Years passed, AIG released the game in America, and then finally we signed the contract and we released this game here in Poland last year. We released it in the big box edition, so Polish edition, Polish fans get the base game and 2 expansions inside. Mystic Veil is one of the best deck building games ever created. It's absolutely amazing. It has the cards that are sleeves, in the sleeves, and you are just adding new cards to the sleeve, and you are creating the best cards possible. There's a push your luck mechanism, a beautiful artwork, beautiful components, a huge revolution. The game Mystic Veil started the whole line of the games from this designer. So definitely, if you like deck building, if you like innovation, if you like card plays, Mystic Veil is definitely one of the best games out there, and I'm very proud to be Polish publisher of this game. And Polish fans voted as a number 10. That reminds me that I should tell you about how many games we released here in Poland. So you get this perspective. This is 10 games out of, we released last year in 2021, 52 products. Can I have this famous photo here right now with all the stuff? He's very happy to do this post-production. So yes, I will have it. So you are now looking at the photo of all the products that we released last year here in Poland. 55 products, a ton of new games, 18 expansions, 3 role-playing game products. And basically every week one new release. Every week new release. Our team here in Poland is 41 people, 43 I think right now. Above 40 people working full-time to bring amazing titles to Polish fans. Back to the list, number 9, and number 9 is one of the most beloved games of Marek, and this is Zombieside second edition. Zombieside second edition, and this is also fun, interesting inside story that fans here in Poland know. That when we were discussing releasing Zombieside in Poland, and we were discussing, it was a Black Plague, a Zombieside Black Plague, and I was playtesting the game, and I voted no. I voted no because I thought this game is too simple. It's not Portal Games gamers game. I like zombies, I like dice juggling, but this is too easy for me. But the company voted yes. I got outvoted, and we published the game here in Poland, and this became major hit. Since then, for a couple of years, we released Zombieside Black Plague, Zombieside Green Horde, Zombieside Wolfsburg, Zombieside Invader, Zombieside everything Zombieside, and people love it here in Poland. The game is super popular, and Zombieside second edition was our release last year, and it became massive hit again, and fans love it. The number 9 if you like Ameritrash at its best. Map, miniatures, you fighting them, you rolling dice, you getting the loot, you getting the experience. This is it, this is the game for you. So I guess you heard about this game. So enough about the Zombieside. Number 9, the best games released in Poland by Portal Games. And number 8 is Marvel United. Also our cooperation with Simon Games. Marvel United, beautifully designed game by Eric Lang, clean, smooth, simple, and yet challenging, and yet there is enough meat for the gamers. And the game became massive hit in Poland. We released the base game and we released the 4 expansions to the game, Guardians of Galaxy and Thor and other expansions, and fans absolutely love it. It was released later in the year. I think it was October, November, something like that, end of the year, and it became massive hit immediately. People are playing it like crazy. And why you should have Marvel United in your collection, or why this is a game that you must own, because this is a perfect blend for you gamer enjoying playing a game with your family or your kids or your neighbors, and you have the Marvel game, and it is enough meat for the gamers and simple enough for anyone to play. And there's so many photos here in Poland on Facebook groups, people playing with the kids and saying, I can play with my kids, it's amazing, you need to buy it. And now these days on our Polish Facebook group about board games, if anyone asks what game you recommend to play with 8-year-old, what game you are recommending to play with 7-year-old, what game you are recommending to play with 10 years old, everyone says Marvel United, Marvel United, Marvel United. It's a perfect family game if you want to get your kids, your teenagers, your kids get attracted to board games. Marvel United voted number 7 best game released in Poland by Portal Games. And number 8, that was. I have a problem with this list. Number 7 is Food Chain Magnate. So we are talking with Zombieside, Ameritrash, and now we are talking a super heavy Euro game, Food Chain Magnate. This is the dream of Greg Polewka, our licensing manager, our production manager, who was fighting for license for this game for over 2 years. I helped him with networking. I know personally the designer, so I said, this is designer, this is Greg Polewka, please do a contract. And they did, but it took a lot of time. This is one of the top games in collection of Greg Polewka, our license manager, so he fought a lot to reach this game in Poland. And when we announced this last year, people in Poland were absolutely crazy. Food Chain Magnate is a niche, very difficult, heavy economy game with a ton of direct interaction. You would not believe that in a Euro game, in the economy game, there might be so much backstabbing and stealing and making a very ugly moves. Food Chain Magnate from Splotensplatter something Dutch company. Definitely check it out, I guess, for all of you Euro gamers. You heard about this game. It is very hard to buy. The publisher is very small, European publisher, so the distribution is not perfect for this game, but yeah, definitely. Number 7, heavy. So we have Ameritrash games, we have family games, and we have heavy Euro. What we have on number 6? On number 6, we have the game when we announced that we are doing, we had this tagline, the hell just got frozen, because I'm very vocal that I absolutely respect and love and personally like Mr. Stefan Feld, but his point salad games is not my type of the game. I'm not enjoying dry Euros. I'm not enjoying personally point salad games. So when Portal Games announced that we are doing Stefan Feld game, Bonfire, all fans in Poland went crazy, and we were promoting it with this tagline, hell just got frozen. Ignacy is releasing Stefan Feld's game. As I said, personally, I love him. In terms of my job, I respect his work, but this is not my personal taste. The Bonfire is super popular. We sold out the first print run, we sold out the second print run, and next week we are releasing the first expansion for the game. Leśne stworzenia and prastare drzewa, or something like that. So super popular. It's for many reviewers said it is one of the best first games in his catalog, one of the best games he released in the past few years, and indeed it became a massive hit in Poland. As you can see, people in Poland like Euros, and releasing this game and selling the first print run, selling the second print run, now doing the expansion, shows that there is a market for great Euro game. In Poland, Bonfire, number 6 best games, portal games released according to the fans. According to the fans, number 5. So we got Euro game. So now time for the Ameritrash, right? Number 5 best games published by portal games in Poland, according to fans, is Bloodborne, the board game. Amazing design from Eric Lange, based on a famous, huge IP, Bloodborne. We already released a few years ago Bloodborne, the card game, which is amazing. I have it in my collection. Super mean, super smart game from Eric Lange. And this past year we released this big box beast, Bloodborne, the board game. Huge, super expensive box for Polish market. It is very expensive game. But those maniacs who love these miniatures, who love this IP, who love this challenging gameplay, this very smart tactical combat, and all these amazing rules that Eric put in the game, they loved it. Bloodborne, number 5. Check it out if you haven't yet. Eric Lang at his best. This camera right now, this camera. Number 4. So it's time for the Euro. This is insane. Like we are releasing so different games. We have so wide catalog here in Poland, and the fans have so different tastes. This list shows the breadth of our hobby, and I absolutely love it. So now number 4 is once again Euro game, and it's a game called Praga Caput Regni, from the one and the only Vladimir Suchy, famous designer of the games like Pulsar or Underwater Cities. I personally adore and love Underwater Cities. It is in my collection. I was quite vocal and transparent, and when I was designing with John Nakijanka Empires of the North, I stole a couple of ideas from Underwater Cities. Vlada Suchy is absolutely brilliant designer, and I respect him a lot. And Praga Caput Regni is his newest design from the last year. Vlada is highly respected in Poland, and all his games are very popular here. And Praga Caput Regni, number 4, it shows how much fans in Poland appreciate heavy Euros, and Vlada Suchy himself. Great design. Check it out, Praga Caput Regni, heavy Euro with beautiful components, 3D elements, and little eggs, and all these different kind of things happening. Number 3. Number 3 is a Euro game, but very thematic Euro game. So it is my cup of tea. This is the game that I enjoy, and I like. This is the worker placement game done with the smart, amazing twist, with a ton of theme. Riders of Cydia, graphic games in America, released by Renegade Games, but the original publisher is called Graphic Games. And we are doing lots of their games. We appreciate their catalog, we appreciate their designs, and the things that they do with worker placement, how they play with the mechanics is absolutely stunning. And Paladins of the West Kingdoms, yes, and Architects of the West Kingdoms, and all these different games from these small box but heavy games are extremely popular in Poland. This month we are releasing a big box for Architects, or for the Paladins. For Paladins, big box for the Paladins. We are releasing an expansion for Paladins as well. So in Poland, this line is highly popular. And as you can see, number 3 of the best games released by Portal Games in last year is Riders of Cydia. Very smart worker placement game. When you're taking your workers, you're putting them on the board, and then you can upgrade them into better workers, and these better workers you can put on different spaces, and then you can upgrade them and put them in different spaces. So you want to see your workers getting better and better, so you can go to the new spaces. Highly thematic about invading different regions. I enjoyed it a lot, and as you can see, fans loved it. Fans loved it here in Poland, like any other graphic game. Number 2. Is it working? Eons and Legacy. Eons and Legacy from our beloved partner Indie Balls and Cards. Eons and in general is a massive hit in Poland. I have it in my collection, Marek have it in collection, we all have it in our collection because we love the game sells like crazy. We released already everything that was released, or we are translating it. So the line is highly popular in Poland. Aliens and the Legacy is one of the best, if not the best Legacy game I ever played. Around 14, 15 games in this massive box. If you like deck building, if you like cooperative games, if you like to kick asses of the big bosses, if you like to upgrade your characters, if you like to upgrade the cards, if you like to destroy cards, there is destroying cards in the game. Also, Legacy is a legacy game at its best. I had a blast playing this game, and our fans here in Poland, as you can see, have a blast playing this game as well. Aliens and the Legacy, strongly recommend you to check out the Aliens and Legacy or another Aliens and game, one of the best, if not the best, deck building game out there. I love deck building mechanism, I love my Dominion, I love all the Star Realms, Hero Realms, Shards of Infinity and Terrors of London. Like, I play all of these deck building games. I love this mechanism. And Aliens and the Legacy is by far the best deck building game on the market. And Aliens and the Legacy picked as the second best game out of 52 boxes released by Portal Games in Poland. And number one, the best game Portal Games released in 2021 in Poland, according to the fans, is the one and the only Clash of Cultures. Clash of Cultures Monumental Edition. Clash of Cultures Monumental Edition from WizKids, released here in Poland by Portal Games. A massive 4X game. It's a Civilization, the board game. Let's call it that way, because this is what it is. You are starting with your city, with your settler. You are exploring the lands. You are flipping the tiles so you can see what's there. You are sending there your settler. You can change the settler into the village. You can build this village into the city. You can build different buildings in this city, ports and academia and forts. You can build the soldiers in these cities and then send these soldiers to conquer new lands, to fight with the barbarians, to fight with other players, to conquer other cities. And you have this amazing big technology tree with all these different abilities that you want to have them all, but you will not have all them. And you have your political tree when you are choosing one of the political things for you, and you're choosing these different abilities. And then you have your races, you have your leaders, and these leaders give you different abilities, and your races have different technologies tree, and you have everything in this game. Clash of Cultures is one of the best games ever designed. Is a Civilization, the board game, basically. Beautiful design, clean, beautiful components. I played it a couple of days, or it's weeks already. I played it just before the New Year Eve, and we had a blast 3-player variant. A beautiful game. Clash of Cultures, fans in Poland absolutely love it. The game was sold out in 1 week. We just released the game, everyone just bought it and they loved it, and we are waiting for the reprint of the game. This is the list of the games that the fans in Poland loved. As I said, we released 52 products here in Poland. And on this list you can see Ameritrash, Eurogames, everything. Once again, Clash of Cultures, Aliens and the Legacy, Riders of Cydia, Praga Caput Regni, Bloodborne the board game, Bonfire, Food Chain Magnate, Marvel United, Zombieside 2nd Edition, and Mystic Veil. These are the best games, and there is many other great games like Cora, like Aquatica, like Smartphone INC, many amazing titles. So I strongly recommend check out these games. Kudos to our partners. We love you, we appreciate you. We thank you for amazing titles that you are creating and allow us to bring them to Poland. Greetings from Poland, and I wish you amazing weekend. It's time for the end of the show, so thank you for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you like this list. Give us the ideas for the next shows. This was the show number 13. We have a 13 episodes, and then we are shutting down the vlog. So I hope you are enjoying these last moments of interaction with us. Leave us the comments which of these games you know, which of these games you played, which of these games you really love. Thumbs up, subscribe, so we can hit the 7,000 subscribers before we close the vlog. And see you on Monday.